Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video. Not really that requested, but it's been requested by a few people, and I've been wanting to make it for a while as well. So basically, if you've been on my old channel for a while, you've probably remember my old character backstory series. I had 3 episodes in the series, an episode for Yuka, Vesta, and Hime. And if I do say so myself, those are quite outdated. The backstories haven't really changed, but I've added a lot more stuff, and the old backstory videos were just very bare bones. Like, all I basically said about Yuka is that she's a trapeze artist. All I basically said about Vesta is that she's works at a animal shelter, and all I basically said about Hime is that she's a mad scientist. So I have a lot more to say. I have a few more OCs, and when I start talking about each OC, an image of them will show up on the screen, and you can enjoy this really weird speed paint I did on a website called Klecky that I did with like my mouse touchpad thingy. I first started drawing Yuka, but then it just got hard to do like an actual drawing, so I just drew a bunch of pride flags for memory, so enjoy that. Okay, so the first OC we're going to be talking about is my most popular OC, Yuka. So like I said in my first ever character backstory video, Yuka works as a trapeze artist, and that still stands. She still works as a trapeze artist, but it's not like her main thing anymore. Like, that used to be like her main thing, but it's really not anymore. She does it as like a weekend type job, and then since she doesn't get paid since her parents own the circus that she works at as a trapeze artist, she doesn't really get paid. She just like volunteers to help out her parents. So in order to earn some extra cash, she works at a cafe by her school. After school on weekdays, she works there for about like 2 hours. And she has a really cute uniform. So I'll put that up on the screen if I have an image of it at the moment. So now for just some basic stuff about her. Yuka is 16. And she's just a very bubbly, happy girl. She doesn't get sad too often. She's mainly like the cheer upper kind of like her friend group. And yeah, when she does feel sad, she's not sad for long because she always finds like a reason to be happy. So yeah, she's had like the bow hairstyle since she was little. Her parents really like kawaii Japanese fashion, so they always kind of implemented that onto her when she was a kid too, so that's how she became in love with fashion. Her aesthetic is kidcore / like scenecore because it's really colorful and she loves colorful things. She's pansexual. And yeah, that's pretty much Yuka. She's pretty fun. Yeah. Okay, so next we're gonna be doing Vesta. So Vesta is Yuka's love interest in like my little like universe type thing. Well, it's not really her love interest. Yuka's literally her love interest since she's the one who started having a crush on Yuka first. Vesta's lesbian. She is 17, and she, like I said in the backstory video for her, she works at an animal shelter. She loves animals, especially frogs. And she has a few frogs, like a few tiny ones, like those tiny ones that you can like fit in your hand. They're so cute. I'm getting off topic, but yeah, Vesta loves frogs, as you can probably tell by her outfits with her frog hat and stuff. Vesta is really not confident about like the top of her head. Like, it's kind of like she has a lot of like flyaway hairs, so she always wears a hat. I have never drawn her without a hat. Her aesthetic's cottagecore because a cottagecore lesbian. I just think that's really cute, and when I do draw her in her cottagecore outfit, she has a little mushroom hat, and it's just very lovely. I love Vesta so much. Yeah. She really loves rainy weather, not because she's like edgy, like, oh, I like the dark rain. No, it's because she loves jumping around in the puddles and like looking for frogs. I'm not really sure like what state they live in or anything because I'm trying to decide if like they live on Earth or like there's like a whole nother like universe for them. But I know that they live in like an area where there's like a lot of like foresty type animals, like deer, frogs, all that wild animal stuff. Because I think that's just a really cute type of thing. And yeah, I want Vesta Vesta's Vesta's dream is to live in a mushroom house because yes, doesn't everyone want to live in a mushroom house? Doesn't that sound nice? That sounds very nice. Um, so yeah, we stand Vesta. She's very cool, and yeah, that's pretty much it for her. Like I said in my first backstory videos, I'm still trying to figure out like the main storyline for like the story I want to do, but at least I have a bit more figured out than I did in like the old backstory videos because those are scary. Anyway, next up we have Carol. I used to be a really big fan of like Carol. She used to be like my favorite OC that I had, and when I was trying to figure out the story for my characters, Carol was going to be the main character. Nowadays, I'm kind of trying to steer away from that idea and try to make Carol's like story like a small like plot point or like part of her like backstory, but it's not going to be like the main feature of the story. So basically, Carol came from another dimension where the your what's the word? Your where your social class or like financial class is determined by the size of your wings. Like if you're born into a wealthy family, your wings are really big. But Carol was born into like poor or like low poverty. Is that the word? I'm not sure. Family, low class family, and she had huge wings. And the government said like, oh, we can't have that. She'd get like bullied in school and stuff because she went to like a low like a public school, like a bad public school, and all the kids there had like small wings. So because she was different, she would get like bullied and stuff. And she just couldn't take it anymore. The government was trying to like cut her wings to make them like look smaller so she'd be a bit more normal in like her poor neighborhood, but she didn't want that because obviously that would hurt because wings have like do wings have bones in them? I'm not sure, but they do feel pain. So she didn't want that. So she like since she has wings, she could like fly. So she flew to the dimension that you can Vesta live in. Still trying to figure out a name for that. Or if they live on Earth or not. But she fled there and ended up where you can Vesta live. So yeah, that's kind of her backstory. I don't know. She has like two outfits, and she has like this one that's kind of like a bikini, which I decided to make like the attire of the the dimension she was in before. Like everyone has an outfit like that, except she has hearts on her top, but everyone has like a different shape on the top. I'll put up an image. I probably already put up an image, but yeah, I'm gonna put up an image so you can like see kind of what I'm talking about here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Carol. She stopped wearing her like attire from her like planet, so she one would fit in more with like the Earthlings or you know the new dimension. And so the government wouldn't recognize her if they try to track her down. So yeah, that's pretty much Carol. I don't know, it's kind of cringy, but yeah. Okay, next up we have Hime. So Hime is a mad scientist, like I said in her backstory video. She also has DID. She can go from being like really sweet to wanting to kill you. But I love her. I love her little poofy hair. I love her. She looks like a third grade teacher, but I love her. Okay, I love Hime. I don't really have much of her story figured out yet either, but I know she's a mad scientist. The whole point of her design is I wanted to make a scientist character, a mad scientist character that didn't really look like a mad scientist. Um, like I wanted to make her look more like all cutesy, like a third grade teacher. That wasn't my intention. What am I saying? But I did intend for her to not really look like a mad scientist. Originally, she was going to be a witch, actually, fun fact. But then I kind of steered away from that idea and made her a scientist. Scientists are pretty similar to witches when you think about it, in a good way. In a good way. Because I love witches and I love science. Not really. I don't like the subject, but I think science is really cool. Okay, so on to the next OC. The next OC is maybe not a very well known OC compared to the last four that I just explained, but this is Charlie. Charlie is an OC I actually only recently came up with, and she is Ziggy, which is an OC I'll talk about later, sister. I don't have much for her, but I know she's lesbian. I know she really likes indie music. She loves Animal Crossing, and she just loves like big sweaters and just like really comfortable clothes. I'd say her aesthetic's like indie. She loves indie music, all that stuff. She has two little buns. I love her color palette. It's like a really nice, like warm, like cheerful kind of color palette. And yeah, she's Ziggy's sister. She is 15. And yeah, that's pretty much it for her. Not really much else to say about her, sadly. But hopefully I'll find out more about her backstory soon. So next is her sister Ziggy, who might be more of a well-known character. I've had her for a while. Ziggy's trans and bi. So yeah, she's pretty cool. She kind of lives in like a different like area than Yuka and Vesta, but they probably live in like the same like state, but like a different city. So she lives more like how to describe it, like a ghost town type area. The reason I made Ziggy is because of a song called Devil Town by Cave Town. She's kind of like what I imagine that song to look like if it was a girl, along with her boyfriend Zeph, who I'll talk about later in this. Yeah, like she also has a warm color palette because I think warm colors are nice, and I have a lot of like warm color markers that I didn't really use. So that's one of the main reasons I wanted to create a song based off of Devil Town. So yeah, there's like a lot of cactuses where she lives, and like a lot of like there's like sunset type colors. I don't know. I really love her. She really likes like going on hikes, and she doesn't like nail polish. She doesn't really like makeup, but she likes indie type clothes like as well as her sister Charlie. They have like a lot of things in common. They're very close, and she doesn't really like talking about her past. And yeah, I love her. She's cool. She has a devil ear headband. She's cute. I love her. Devil ear? Did I say devil ear? Devil horn. Devil ear. Okay. Yeah. So that's Ziggy. The next OC we have is Zeph. Zeph, like I said, is Ziggy's boyfriend, and he has a similar color palette as well, the sunsetty, warm color type color palette. He is very introverted, but he goes out of like his introverted self a bit when he's around Ziggy. He feels a lot more confident around her, and they just make each other very happy, and I love them. They're like the only like straight couple OC I have. I don't know if that's a problem or not. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I love them. They're really cute, and he has like dyed like red hair. Well, not completely, but they're like his tips are red. I thought that was cute because I a lot of my OCs have like dyed hair, and I kind of wanted to have an OC like still with natural hair, but like also with dye. I love it. It's cute. And yeah, his outfit's not the most creative of my OCs, but I kind of like that about it because like I feel like it suits him because like I don't feel like he'd be the type of person to wear like a cool crazy outfit. So he just has like a hoodie and like some jeans, but he's pretty cool. I like him. Not really much else to say because I don't really have that much figured out about him, but yeah, he likes hikes too. He likes hanging out with Ziggy, of course, because they love each other, obviously. And yeah, they're cute. He is. I didn't say Ziggy's age. I just realized. Well, Ziggy's 17, and he is also 17. So yeah, those are those OCs. Those OCs. That OC, Zeph. He's epic. The next and final OC we have is byeeee. So B is a non-binary elf OC, and my most recent OC. The name was made by my friend Elsa because the sweater that they wear reminded Elsa of a bee. She's not really like a bee creature or anything, but yeah, I think it'd suit her. So that's it. She has rainbow hair. She has elf ears. I feel like canonically, I don't know. She's not like completely elf. She's probably like half elf, or like 75% elf, because I feel like she looks a bit more like a human because she just has like the elf ears. They just have the elf ears. Sorry. Um, they play the marimba. Um, and they're just very epic and cool. I'll put their ref sheet up on the screen if you want to read more about them. They're 13, and I love them. Their outfit's really cute. I love like the suspenders and stuff. Are they suspenders? I don't know. Like they're kind of suspenders. I don't know if they can really be considered suspenders, but yeah, they're really epic. And there's not really much else to say about them because they don't really have a story, but I know they live in like the same area as Ziggy, Zeph, and Charlie. Yeah, I feel like that part would kind of suit them. So basically, to sum it all up, these are my OCs. They're so far like I don't really have like a different universes for them. I don't know if they should live on Earth or not, but I know that there's like two different like kind of storylines going on here. The like Yuka storyline, Yuka, Vesta, and Carol's and Hime storyline going on, and then there's also the Bee, Ziggy, Charlie, and Zeph storyline going on here. So, the Yuka one, I'm just planning to be like a slice of life type thing. I don't know, like adventures of her and like Vesta and stuff. And like Carol can have like a little backstory thing, but I don't think that should be part of like the main story because I don't know. I kind of just want a slice of life thing with them. And then like the Ziggy and Zeph and Charlie and Bee storyline is more just like kind of also a slice of life, but like more of like their adventures in like the cool like ghost town they live in. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I really hope you enjoyed this video learning more about like my OCs. They're not the most interesting OCs, but they're fun. I like them. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like my OCs too. Have a great day. Bye.